readings regarding this upcoming full moon. I paused there for a second because I was trying to figure out exactly, not exactly, I was trying to remember what moon cycle we're in, but I'm actually going to check right now. So today is the 8th. So I believe we have a full moon on the 11th. Let me double check here. And hopefully you can hear me well. Sometimes this mic wants to work and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so the next full moon is in, yes, 3 days, so June 11th. So depending when you watch this video, when you tune in, just understand that these messages can resonate with you or not. So we are in the waxing gibbous moon. I literally found out I can do this like a couple months ago. So on your phone, on the weather app, if you scroll down, it actually tells you the moon cycle. That's pretty cool. Oh my god. You can see me. But I thought that was really cool. Okay, so waxing gibbous. And I have the Moonology Oracle deck here. So I'm actually going to read the meaning of the waxing gibbous. So this is the Moonology Oracle deck. I've been using this Oracle deck for years now, and it's my go-to. Give me 1 second, bear with me. Hello, hello. Going to be doing general messages regarding this upcoming full moon that's going to happen in 3 days. Let's see, this live will be posted on my YouTube channel, so it's going to stay on here. Every live that I do will stay on here, so anyone can catch up, just watch, get messages. Let's see. Please let me know if you can hear me. I have my mic on. I just want to make sure that you can hear me well, because in one of my previous lives, as I've stated before, there was no audio, and that video has like, I think, a little bit over 500 views, but there is no audio, and it's really annoying. Okay, so waxing gibbous moon, so that is the cycle that we are on right now. I'm gonna read more about that moon phase. So again, this video will be posted on my YouTube channel, so if these messages resonate with you, and they do. Okay, waxing gibbous. Where are we? Let's see. Waxing moon. Hello, hello. Hi, thank you for tuning in. If you aren't subscribed already, please do so. I'm literally like a few subscribers away from hitting 500. Once I reach 500, I'm going to do a free tarot reading giveaway, and I always tell people that I talk a lot as is. So when I do my giveaways, or when I used to do my giveaways, just know that I talk a lot as is. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Happy birthday. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Alyssa. Happy birthday. Yes. Post happy birthday in the chat. I love it. I love it. Good community. Hello, hello. Gonna be doing general messages. Perfect. Happy birthday. Hello, hello. I'm glad I pronounced it correctly. Thank you for letting me know. See, my name is Crystal. It's not the same thing, pronunciation, but when it comes to spelling, which I don't know if you've had that issue before, but it might be annoying when people can't. They see your name, how it's spelled, but like for whatever reason, automatically they just decide to spell it a different way, if that makes sense. Like, my name is Crystal, but people spell it with a Y, or with the CH, or with a K. No, that's not it. How old am I? How old do I look? Hello, hello. You're turning 11. Are you really turning 11 or are you kidding? That's crazy. I have 11 viewers right now. Sending positive vibes your way. I hope you have a good birthday. That you're having a good birthday. Hello. Well, I hope you have a great birthday, okay? Something I've been talking about a lot in my previous lives that I've been doing this past week is I've been talking about the importance, especially as of last night, the importance of prioritizing your self care, your self love, doing something for yourself that is going to make you feel good, make you feel better. And by doing so, you help to raise your vibration, heal yourself, and I think is very important. So I like to give examples on how it resonates with me. Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It helps to build a community and get more interaction as well. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. But do something for yourself, even if it's not your birthday. Are you in the bed? Yes, I am on my bed. It's almost 1 in the morning where I'm at. Actually, I think I passed out. Now that I think, I passed out on the couch. I was watching like a docu-series, and I was like, well, I have a little bit of a boost of energy, so let's go live. I was live last night for 1 hour, a little bit over an hour on here. Can you guys hear me while I have a mic on? But yeah, I was live on here for an hour, and then on TikTok, Evolution Rising, I was, or did I change it already? Give me a second. Let me double check. Thank you. Do I use any products? I have been working on my skincare for the past like 5, 6 months, almost 6 months. I just kind of do the same thing. I'm terrible with reminding myself to drink water, so I definitely feel like the lack of water has affected that, and my skin would be so much better. But I use a couple of products. For sure, I use toner. It helps a lot. I moisturize my face every morning, every night. Um, I need to update my routine, but I try. I used to never really care. Used to care. Levi, don't be a creep. Come on. Unless you're talking about skincare, or if you're actually curious about my shirt, it's Prince. So I believe yesterday was his birthday. So Gemini. I look very young. How old do I look? Does it not match my voice? Is that what it is? But yeah, I use different products. I probably use one, two, three, about 4 to 5 products. Clothing. Okay, my apologies. If I'm wearing Prince, like those shirts you buy from like Target. Okay, so going back to regarding the moon cycle is the waxing gibbous. So that is a current moon phase that we are in. And let me find it in here just to give you guys some insight. If you guys know about like the moon cycle and stuff, you could definitely comment and let me know. I look like I'm in my 20s. Bottoms. Don't be weird. Come on now. All right. Levi is on timeout. So you're on timeout, Levi, if you even still have access to be able to see this live. Don't be a weirdo. Please don't be weirdos. Hello, hello. I just put someone on timeout because they were trying to be a little creep. They're asking weird questions. But thank you for telling me I look like I'm in my 20s. I'm not. I'm in my early 30s. I'm 31. What is the moon something? I'm live too, right? That's so funny. I had a feeling that you were live. My sibling goes live on her TikTok channel. If you guys want to check her out. Yes, I am 31. But regarding the moon cycle, so waxing gibbous, why can I not find it? There's something about the waxing gibbous. Again, I've been talking about it in my previous lives as well. So there's just something there regarding it. And honestly, I feel like I should probably just find the card. Thank you for the hearts. Waxing gibbous. Yeah, waxing crescent. Maybe it's the gibbous moon. Okay, let's find it. Bear with me here. Gibbous moon. Okay. I'm going to show you the card. So the card says... See, I'm not like those readers that come prepared. Clearly. I don't like to shuffle cards. I don't like to, in a sense, prep everything prior, because I like to see that you're actually doing everything, you know, in the moment, if that makes sense. It would be crazy if I could not find the card at all. There's like so many cards here. But basically, here, found it. So basically, I've just been talking about the energy leading up to the full moon in Sagittarius. Again, it's going to be in 3 days. And full moons represents like an abundance of energy. It represents dreams and desires and goals, and sometimes they need to release. So a lot of people can feel emotional during this time leading up to, or even a little bit after. But for the gibbous moon, it says you're very close to achieving your goal. So any ideas, any intentions that you want to set, have set, want to manifest, it's gaining momentum. So I'm going to read out of the little Oracle guidebook here. It's a lot. Let's see. Let's just do like additional meanings. It says, now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams, which is what I stated. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits, which is good advice, because for me, I'm taking that as I need to start sleeping early again. Like, why am I up this late again? Because I was up late last night too. I did readings for like 2 hours last night, over 2 hours. So I went to bed at like 3 in the morning. Why are you guys up? Okay, let's get a message. General message leading up to the full moon in Sagittarius. Because you can't sleep. Is it because you have a lot on your mind? Like, do you feel like you have a disconnect when it comes to like your brain and your body? If that makes sense. Sometimes I feel like that too. It's been a good while, I'll be honest. I've been doing things to kind of help, I guess, get my body ready for sleep. But there are times where like my mind is so active, like my body can be tired. But sometimes what I do is I'll put on my headphones and I'll listen to like a tarot reading video here on YouTube, or I will listen to like a subliminal until like I pass out. I just put the setting that, you know, it'll stop, like a sleep timer basically. I don't know if that resonates with you. Just let me know if the audio is okay or if it's good. So building momentum. This is something that's been happening too when I've been shuffling the past like 2 days. It's like cards don't want to shuffle out. And then once I say that, like a card tends to fly out. And a lot of cards have been flying out of my hands and they're just laying on the ground. There's like this energy, like these messages that a lot of people aren't meant to really know as of yet. Hello, collective. Yes, as of right now, yes, it is. Hello, hello. If you guys are tuning in, if you guys are new, please subscribe. I have the goal of reaching my 500 subscribers, my subscriber count. Once I reach 500, I will be doing a free tarot reading giveaway. And as always, I talk a lot as is, so just know that that reading will be filled with lots of intuitive messages and details. All right, how about, see, I've been shuffling for a good while and nothing wants to come out. Let me rephrase my question here. What to expect, general energy, general reading regarding this upcoming full moon. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Please give my video, my live, a like. I feel like that helps. Nothing wants to shuffle out. I think it's just a time for people to kind of chill out. Maybe chill. Like if you're home, then yeah, stay home. Go out for a walk. But just like be chill. I feel like this has been a very chill but social weekend. At least for me, it has been. There we go. We have Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Let's see. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Ugh, this is what I originally was looking for. It's like this little chart right here. So going back to the gibbous, it says gibbous moon, tweak, hone, and adjust. Right? So it's like leading up to the full moon energy. We have cardinal moon. There's nothing here on there. I think that would be about the new moon. Actually, that would actually be more like the balsamic moon, which is healing, soothing, and surrender. So, like I have stated, when it's the full moon energy, a lot of people might have are feeling like high emotions, sensitive, just a lot that they're dealing with, a lot that has been built up. So, a need to release and to heal is very important. So, therefore, going back to what I was previously talking about, is the importance of self care and prioritizing your self love. Cardinal moon. So, I'm kind of like an old school tarot reader, like old school, the way, old school way. If that even makes sense. Okay, bear with me here. Like it's almost 1 in the morning. But a lot of people don't read from like their oracle guidebooks anymore. Yes, go based on your intuition. There's something here about maybe doing certain things the way you used to or trying to do things a different way if that resonates with somebody. But yeah, people just don't like to. I just saw 1919 on the time. So if that resonates with someone. But yeah, like just going back and these writers, creators, artists, right? They create this. They put all this information here for a reason. And I understand why people don't read out of the guidebook, but sometimes there's like information or detail here that can be very helpful. Okay, let's see. Cardinal. Oh, found it. Okay. Be bold and make the first move. So I'm actually going to read this one. Now is a time to be bold, bossy even. Take matters into your own hands. Cardinal signs are powerful and and self-starting. They're determined and great at organizing. Drawing this card strongly suggests that you're going to need to be all those things to get your ideal resolution or position in the situation you're asking about. This card may challenge you on how strongly you really want something. If you're worrying about a situation, it is a suggestion to be less passive. Instead, take an assertive stance as you steer events where you want them to go. Speak up for what you want. If you're serious about sorting things out, you may need to take the lead in some way to step up as a leader. Am I doing a general message right now? Yes, I am. Again, if you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe. And it just helps to build up the community and get more interaction. As well, I'm trying to reach my 500 subscriber account so I could start doing my free tarot reading giveaway. All right, back to this cardinal moon. So, attuned to the moon, I am taking charge of my destiny. So, that's a great affirmation, intention. Additional meanings: be bold and follow your heart and your emotions. Avoid recklessness or moving too fast. Come into your power. The time for action is now. And then it says, ask Ganesha, the Hindu elephant god, for help. And there's other details here. I believe they have this information on Google too. So if you're curious, you could just type in like Moonology Oracle Guidebook, and it will literally show you stuff like this. I remember I saw that like on Google a couple years ago. Ooh, I, mm, I'm like trying to figure out what it is I'm feeling because um, when I do like my intuitive insight, my intuitive messages, I start picking up on like feelings. My body may start feeling or reacting a certain way. So it's just me. I just saw 22 on the time. Just kind of combining all those like things I'm experiencing. But yeah, I just feel like it's a time, like I said, where it's been like chill, perhaps social, just building momentum, um, making decisions, taking the lead. But I feel like more than anything, just taking care of yourself is going to be very, very important. Because if you don't, you can't take care of other people. If you don't, you're not taking care of yourself. Okay, if that makes sense. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions regarding tarot, or if you have a question, or if you want to, tarot reading question, yes or no question, all signs, whichever. I did do a all signs. I've done an all elements in the previous lives, so you guys can definitely check that out. Check that out if you haven't already. Let's see, general message. I did have someone in one of my previous lives, but this one was on TikTok, I believe. They asked if I do, if I read natal charts. And I didn't even get a chance to answer that, but no, I don't. I know I was learning a bit about astrology and I wanted to learn how to, or have more knowledge of astrology, but I never actually continued. So I know like very minimal information regarding that. Not quite sure why I'm bringing that up. Perhaps there's someone that has knowledge about astrology or is wanting to or is learning astrology. Okay, so I just pulled a random card. It says, you have become too difficult for me to handle. That's a big turnoff. So either someone currently on this live or anyone who may come across this reading, if this resonates, it resonates with you. So this just reminds me of the energy that I was getting last night on my live. And I'll get to your question in 1 second. And it's just a reminder to just focus on yourself. And I highly recommend you guys listen to that live. It should be posted by now. It should be public. But it's a reminder of involving yourself around people that are going to want to see the best in you, that want the best for you, that care for you, and aren't just there just because you are available when they want you to be available. That they only want to be with you because you guys have a good time physically. They only call, they only video call you, they only text you, they only come to see you at night. Like it's like this whole thing. So if that resonates with someone. If you guys have your own question that you would like answered, you could put it in the chat. Or if you just want like a general message. I think of you at night when the world is asleep and my mind is awake. Doesn't that just confirm what I was talking about? Which one of you is like over here thinking about someone and you can't go to sleep? Thank you for the hearts. You have become too difficult for me to handle. That's a big turnoff. Yo, we just had this card. You guys saw me put it in here. Thank you for the hearts and shuffle. Did you not? Confirm in the chat. Did you see me put this back in here? Yeah. That's crazy. Look at all these cards. Right? All these cards. And this shuffled out again. I need to free myself from fear and doubts. I am a caged bird. So there's someone here who is quite reserved. This is someone who is lacking confidence, is lacking the courage to speak up or to talk to you. This could be your energy as well. Now the energy is changing, it's shifting. It's not like exactly like the energy of last night. It could have been communication or a situation, excuse me, throat chakra. So maybe an issue with communication or something that wasn't said or a certain tone and it affected the outcome. I cannot be vulnerable with you. I rather hide in the darkness before I let you see inside me. This is just a call for this particular person, or if this resonates with you, is just focusing on themselves and having to I want to say like take matters into their own hands regarding like their mental and emotional health or any issues they're dealing with, right? So this person only hits you up because they're bored. They only hit you up because it's nighttime and they start thinking about you. That's their own issue to deal with, and you don't have to deal with that. Okay. So this one is for Geo. Geo, please let me know if you are still in the chat. You can send me hearts. Tap on the screen. That way I know you're here. Or you could just let me know in the chat. This was like a thing I had to make sure I was doing on TikTok last night. Is to make sure people were still on the live once I got to their question. Because I'm like, why am I reading for you if you're not even here? Okay, thank you for the hearts. Okay, August 12th of 93. Any message they have for me? When you say they have for me, okay, thank you for letting me know. By saying they have for me, are you talking about the universe? Are you talking about your spirit team? Do you believe in certain deities or saints? If that resonates with you, any message for Geo? August 12th of 93. Two of Pentacles, Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And the Wheel of Fortune, one more card. Signs shown here, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. The whole team? Okay. Ooh, that almost... did you see me panic there for a second? I thought the card was going to go flying. Sorry if I bumped the mic, but that kept happening last night and I was so over it. I have so many cards on the ground. I just didn't want to deal with that Okay, so general energy. So I see that you are focused on your abundance, focused on your stability. So this could be regarding your finances. So just, taking it day by day, doing it day by, not day by day, doing your like daily tasks. So going to work, or if you're in school or you're in a certain program. But this is just balancing what you have going on. Maybe in the past you were having a bit of an issue with balancing that. It could be me just because of my posture, but like my back is starting to kind of hurt. Do you do any sort of like physical work, even if it's just like working out, or if you've been doing like what's it called? Push-ups. I don't know, something about push-ups, but I'm like, it could just be my posture, but I'm feeling like a soreness, like an ache in like my mid upper back, almost by my shoulder blades, if that resonates. If it doesn't, keep in mind your posture and make sure you're stretching. But there's something here about like maybe with weights, lifting weights, or maybe you lifted something, you may have like hurt yourself. Just keep that in mind, be mindful of that. Of course, she's not like working out, but she's like lifting here, right? So there's something here about balance. But just focused on, again, creating that stability. If you are in a partnership or are talking to someone, right here, so we have the two. So two can represent some sort of partnership here. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a cycle. So I feel like the energy is building up momentum. Again, as I mentioned earlier in the live, talking about the waxing gibbous moon up into the full moon energy, is you're just like on a roll. You're focused on perhaps gaining more resources, saving money, investments, um, trying to get, I don't know, just more money. There's something here about money. So the Wheel of Fortune here represents cycles, or a cycle of where you are in your life. So as shown here, we have one individual up here and one individual down here. This person chilling. As I mentioned earlier in the live, like this weekend, at least for me, it's been pretty chill, but quite social. So nothing bad to complain about, right? But then there are times in life where you feel like you're struggling, like you're barely holding on. But it's just a reminder that if you feel overwhelmed, or you feel like you can't balance what you have going on, just understand that the universe is always guiding you, is always helping you, is giving you signs. I don't know if you do receive signs. It could be like synchronicities, angel numbers. Perhaps you hear like a certain song, or maybe you are an empath, an intuitive, a psychic, or you um, say prayers, or you write things down and it just resonates with you. But again, this is just a reminder that there's always ups and downs. And if you feel like you're down, it's just a matter of time until you're back up here. Next card is the Seven of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is you standing your ground. This is you being protective of your energy. This is you wanting others to like back off. If people are telling you, you shouldn't do this, you should do that, do it this way, not like that. It's like you're done. You're over it, over it. I feel like this is more regarding like business, your money, collaborations, career, or if you're in some sort of program at school. I don't really see nor feel like it's love related, but I just feel like the universe is just reminding you that through the ups and downs, you are going through a process of growth and experience, and it's only to help to make you a better person, and it helps to build you up. The bottom of the tarot deck, we have the Ace of Swords. So air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is new beginnings. This is you taking initiative. This is you perhaps being more blunt. I feel like you can be quite blunt. Like if you have, your own opinions and you're like having a conversation with someone, you're gonna just speak the truth. You're going to be honest. You're gonna give your 5 cents, right? Is that how you say it? Give your 5 cents. It's also a reminder that through any obstacle or challenge that you're going through, you will overcome it because you have that set intention. Look at the way this hand is holding the handle of the sword. Like it's like ready to go, ready to fight, right? But it's also a reminder to like chill out a little bit, you know? You don't have to be so aggressive. Excuse me, so aggressive in the intention, right? So communication could be something that will be presented here. But in general, I just feel like you're in a time right now, especially with building up to the full moon, to the new moon, which is like what, in about 2.5 weeks until the next new moon. You're just focused on your stability and what you have going on, balancing things out. It could be, if you are partnered, it could be, a relationship. Thank you for the hearts. Regarding your relationship, career, right? Could be school, and if you have kids or a child, children, right? It's just a lot of need to balance things out. But I feel like you're doing okay. Like the momentum is there and nothing to worry about. Your spirit team, your team always has your back. Did that resonate with you? Please let me know in the chat. If you guys have any questions, it doesn't have to be even um, exactly related to tarot. It could be anything. I've had people ask me like spiritual questions. I've had people ask me, have I ever experienced like, I don't know, go the paranormal stuff like that. If that resonates, it does resonate. Awesome. That's good to hear. I think it's important to be able to listen and experience another person's perspective, opinion, especially when it comes to like the spiritual, right? So that's why I love tarot readings. I love readings. I listen to readings like almost every day. It just helps me to focus and gives you insight. There's a lot of readers that are quite entertaining. So I don't know if you guys listen to readers, and depending what kind of readings. There are some readings that are quite very spiritual, very like in the aesthetic of divination, very witchy. And there are other readers that are like super chill, kind of more like me. There are readers that only read about celebrities and the entertainment industry. There are readers that focus mainly on like the physical, the material. So, for an example, like what does this person like about you? Or what do men think about when they see you? Or kind of like the chisme aspect, like the gossip part. Like, what are people gossiping about you? Sometimes I'll listen to readings like that because it's a little entertaining, and I like to experience how other people read. I don't know if you read for yourself or you are a reader, or if you also like tarot readings. Maybe you own your own tarot. You have your own tarot deck or oracle deck, or you have your own collections. There's something there. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. It is getting hot in here. And it was not like this. It was pretty chilly in here. And this is my second or third time live on YouTube, like at night. I've been live in the mornings, I think kind of like in the afternoon time. So I do like the vibe of nighttime, but I think I'm gonna try to go live in the mornings again, kind of see how that picks up, because I feel like I got more. Of course, a lot of people are asleep at this time or they're busy doing something, but kind of more interaction. I like tarot readings. Have had a reading from you way back. Did you? Okay, because you're okay, that makes sense. Okay. I think I know who you are because of your username. So then when yeah, you put Geo on there, so I was like, okay. Yeah, I know. I won't say your name, but I know who you are. I remember. I hope all is well. I love when people who have gotten readings from me, dude, you guys are awesome. I have always appreciated every person that has reached out to me. I've appreciated every person that has asked us a question, just a simple question that has supported my journey, my process since like 2018. Because back in the day, and had candle spell too. Yep, yep. Ooh, it feels like such a long time ago. It's been a few years, yeah, I know, but I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate you letting me know because it's like these going back to the wheel of fortune, right? The cycle. And I feel like that's what I'm on right now. And there are times like within the past couple of years, certain things from my past or my old interests pop up, but I was like set it aside or I don't have time, I don't have the energy. But lately, like the past 2 weeks, I've been trying to go live more often. I'm kind of taking a break from filming, um, but I was doing that too. I also have like pick a card readings on my channel. If in case you guys haven't seen those, definitely check it out. But going live and trying to like experiment with TikTok as well. I know TikTok is like a huge thing with everybody, but literally like this year, maybe like I don't know, 2 3 months ago, I've been like a little bit more active on there. It's fun. So, in case you guys use TikTok a lot more, but yeah, it's like a whole cycle for me. It's just going back to things I used to do, but I'm doing it differently. If anything, I feel like I'm doing it better. Because at this point, I could read people and I don't even need to use tarot cards. I can read people just by tapping into their energy, if that makes sense. And I love that. It reminds me of what one of my messages that I picked up on yesterday is that a lot of people are gonna become like more aware and they're gonna be trusting their intuition more because what else can you do for yourself than to trust your own self, your own intuition? And I got a flashback to when what's her name? Can't believe I forgot. Um, I completely forgot. I was like reading like articles and watching videos. Valeria Marquez, I think it is. Santa Muerte helped you earlier. How so? How did she help you earlier? But Valeria ¿sí? Vasquez Marquez. Oh my God, how did I forget? I was literally like, um, what's the word? Oh my God, I'm like spacing out. I was, bear with me, you guys. Following. Oh my God, I was like following the story about her. Marquez. Okay, there we go. So, I was following her story. I completely lost my train of thought. I don't know why that happened. I lost my train of thought. I just prayed to her and felt bad energy leave. That's good. That's good. So as I mentioned earlier, is like with the full moon energy coming up is important to release. So praying, I mentioned prayer earlier as I was doing the reading. It's important to release. A lot of people are just feeling so tired, emotional, overburdened, overwhelmed, overstimulated. Don't even get me started on that. I'm like up here all the time. Fed up, cansada. But I've been working on it, you know, and that's great that prayer helped you. Um, and that's oh for real. No, seriously, like it's the best thing you can do for yourself. And sometimes even just thinking something positive for yourself is so helpful. And the fact that you are able to call out or pray to an energy, a deity that you appreciate helps you so, so much. And that's just a reminder because I have my santas as well. And, you know, you get busy and stuff. And I do feel guilty at times because I'm like, I feel like I'm not dedicating energy. But she is always like, I have such like unconditional appreciation for her energy. And I think she knows that. So I get a pass. Oh, I get a pass. He's like, I'm sorry I haven't gotten you like fresh flowers. I'll do that very soon, I promise. Oh, but yo, she's been rocking with me the past couple years, so I think we're good. um, do I do limpias? I do not as of right now. As you know, I used to. But I have no problem with sharing like things, ideas, recipes that people can do to help themselves. I used to actually create products as well, and I used to ship them out to people and then provide instructions, etc. And they would do it, you know, in their own home on themselves. I used to do, as you know, candle spells, limpias, cleansing spells. But I remember like how strong those were. Anytime I did a cleansing spell, I let people know, just keep in mind you might get sick. You might catch a cold, okay? It's just part of the process. I know for me, sorry, I just like touched the mic. Hopefully that didn't affect the sound, but I remember like I used to get sick all the time. I feel like I used to get sick quite frequently, especially during like the fall winter time for the past like year or two. Yeah, like the past year. I don't really get sick that often. But anytime I do get sick, I'm like, okay, I got sick however I did, you know, for whatever reason. But I always feel like it's a cleanse and it's like a reset for your body. You're beautiful though, by the way. Thank you. That's very nice. I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, but yeah, so have I considered doing limpias again for people? Not really. Because you have to have the energy and the time for that. If I feel called to, if I am guided to start doing that again, then I definitely will do so and I will post about it. But that definitely was like one of my top services that I used to offer was doing limpias. Um, so spells, and as well I would make like spiritual waters and stuff. Which is so funny because I was going through my stuff and I actually found, ooh, bear with me. So this is a Florida water bottle, clearly. Or for those that don't know, this is Agua Florida. But this is like my own mixture. So I had more, but so what I like to do, so this is like a tip, if you have Florida water, so spiritual cologne, it's quite fresh, refreshing, to smell the alcohol in it. But you can add this to your like baths. You can put this in your like cleaning products. That's what I do. I'll put a good amount and I'll mix it. And then as I wipe down surfaces, um, disinfect surfaces, clean my mirrors, windows, whatever, I'm also doing it with Florida water. But this one it was my own mixture. It has like a tint to it. So vinegar. This one does have some vinegar in it. It's not a great scent, but vinegar is good for removing hexes, curses, mal de ojo. It helps to remove blockages in case that's something that resonates with anyone and they could include. I do have Florida water. Is that what we meant? Florida water? And use it as cologne at times. That's awesome. See, sometimes I like mention and talk about things. I'm like, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. I know I used to, not used to, I do, but I have like little spray bottles and I'll put some of this in there and I dilute it with water and spray it too. I have another spray, but I think I have it upstairs. I was going to show you that one, but I'm actually going to put some on me. It's spilling. I don't know how you use it, but I like to. It's very strong. I like to go on like my forehead, back of my neck. Sometimes like a little bit in here, and then like I'll tap it around. So it helps. Um, you could get these at like your local Botanica online. I believe Amazon sells it. Some people find these at like Walmart. I think that's cool if you could find this at Walmart. I tend to find these at my local Botanica, but it's actually cheaper if I go to my local like Mexican market. They're cheaper. Well, I got like a flashback. I remember during COVID, because I had my online shop, I couldn't get Florida water. So I remember I was able to go into that Mexican market and they had like 3 of these. I took them. Next time I went, they had 6. I took them because I needed some for myself and as well to sell. And then, oh, it's so funny because this was like the first things they had. Every time I go there now, I rarely go, but when I do, at this point, there's like a big collection of a bunch of spiritual waters. I'm like, you guys are selling. Oh, sorry. You guys are selling, so now you got more. Let's see. You don't know anything about Santa Muerte? You just started praying to her today. Okay, okay. So, we've all been there. Why did you feel called to pray to her? You don't have to go into details like why, um, necessarily, but what made you feel called? And that's totally fine. I've heard that for those that um, I'm picking up on something, but it's not related necessarily to her. But it all makes sense. It all makes sense. But yeah, some people just feel called. I have a family member that is not a devotee. I have this family member does not have like a statue or a picture of Santa Muerte, but they have told me that they pray to her. And they have actually somewhat recently, they asked me, they were over and they asked me if they could see my Santa Muerte statues. I'm like, yeah, sure. I was like, follow me. Come on in. I use it mostly on my back, neck, um, and on your head a lot. Yep. So not necessarily what I did, but yeah, it makes sense though because your crown, excuse me, your crown chakra has to do with your awareness and your spirituality, and then they say definitely cleanse the back of your neck, your back, your shoulders because you don't want energies or entities to be. Um, I think it's the right word, montando. I don't know if I said that right. Right, basically, like you don't want an energy entity attached to your back because that's how they in a sense, manipulate, influence your energy. Mexican store, because other prayers didn't work to anything else. And for some reason, I felt hurt today. I felt something leave me for a little bit. Something left you a little bit in what sense? Like as soon as you were done praying? Because you did mention that earlier. You felt a bad energy leave. That's great. I will say that it's just due to experiences, is finding out what works for you, finding out what is helpful for you because everyone's beliefs are different, your upbringing is so different, and as I mentioned earlier, this family member, Never in my life would I think that they would tell me, "Oh, I pray to Santa Muerte sometimes." But when I found out, I was like, "What? ¿Qué dijiste? What'd you say?" Like never, but it's like you just feel called. For me, it's been maybe about 5 years or so, 5, 6 years. I just came across like a Instagram post and there was a picture of a green Santa Muerte and she had like all these things on her and she just looked so beautiful. And I remember commenting and saying, "That is so beautiful." I didn't know how to refer to the statue because it was a statue. I said, "That's so beautiful." And I remember saving that post. And then over time, I just started picking up on like the curiosity to do some research and learn about her and watch other watch other videos on YouTube and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, sometimes you just reach a point is like, whoever, whatever can help you will help you. And so it's not the same thing, but it made me think of the movie Nosferatu. I hope I pronounced that right. The one with what's his name? I don't want to butcher his name. The Skarsgård guy. Let me see. Nosferatu. Lord, I freaking butcher that. ¿Cómo se llama este? Bill Skarsgård and Lily Rose Depp. Okay, so I watched that. So it just made me think of if you're needing help. Not saying that this is you or this is what happened, but just in general, people need to be mindful of who they reach out to, who they think of, because you don't want to attract just any energy. You don't want to attract just any entity, being if whoever that may resonate with, if that makes sense. Give me a second here. I have my other phone, so I'm making sure that like you guys can see my live because I've had issues. So give me a second here. You felt kind of scared to pray to her, but it helped you when you finally put your heart into the prayer. I love that, and that's beautiful, and that's exactly what anybody should do when they pray. They should feel comfortable enough to let their guard down, put their guard down, because you are in such a vulnerable state. When you are in that state of energy, of mind, you become even more receptive. So it makes me think of like meditation, which is something that I need to get back into. I will be honest, but meditating can help like so much, especially if you're a person that is dealing with like depression and anxiety and just like stress to the, I don't want to say stress to the max, but if that resonates, just stressed, meditating can help. I also went through a phase where I would meditate, I don't know, every other night or something. But I would use oh my god, I keep blinking out on what I'm saying. That's so weird. So I'm gonna share something that used to happen when I would go live, when I would record videos, tarot reading videos. I would always have issues with posting. I would have issues with the audio. But like right now, and I felt like there was always something affecting something, the energy, and I felt like it was preventing me from delivering these messages. So I feel like that's what's happening. Excuse me. I think your energy, because I am reading what you're saying and kind of tapping into what you're talking about, I feel like that's like your protection is other people not knowing, um, and not being able to pick up on your energy, if that makes sense. That might be something intentional that you do, is making sure that other people can't pick up on your energy. If not, then that could be an energy in your spirit team that is making sure that no one can tap into your energy. Because I feel like I'm just losing my train of thoughts, you know, for the past like 20 minutes, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's very natural for anyone to feel scared. I remember the first time I purchased my Santa Muerte statue. And not everyone needs to buy a statue. It's just only if you feel called to. But my case, I felt drawn to buy a statue at my local botanica. And I remember feeling so nervous. I was so nervous, dude. I was probably sweating. I'm gonna be honest. I was sweating. And I remember like grabbing the statue and giving it to the owner. And I was ready to purchase. And she asked me, "What do you feel right now? How do you feel?" And I said, "Honestly, I'm like really nervous." And I remember she had like other family members there. Sometimes she would have like her mom there and stuff like that, but there was like other family members there. And I remember they were just chilling. They're like looking at me, and like this like younger girl just kind of like gave me a side eye look, like okay. But at that time, I was like, oh my god, I'm like so nervous. I'm buying a statue that represents La Santa Muerte, and I'm like a newbie, right? It was so funny. She's like, "You have nothing to worry about." I was like, "La Santa is gonna help you a lot," and then these other things. So I do need to make an altar. If you feel called to, that's great. Um, One thing that I experience, which is kind of like a known thing for some, is like once you start, you want to give so much more. I remember just wishing I could dedicate, I could give, I could offer so much. Over time, I've learned that, like, keeping it minimal at times is the best. But, you could do whatever you want when it comes to an altar. I do have a book, and I think it's called La Biblia de la Santa Muerte. And I got that at my local botanica. But honestly, you could gain knowledge, information, tips, advice all over like YouTube and TikTok and all that, of like ideas for offerings and stuff like that. So the Virgin Mary and Santa Muerte is not the same. That is a good question. I have heard that they are the same. I've heard that they just have similar qualities and traits, but based on what I know of, they are not. But I do feel like a lot of people that believe in the Virgin Mary or even like the Virgen de Guadalupe, um, I feel like La Santa Muerte is like chill with them. Some people say that La Santa Muerte can be jealous, um, protective. I want to say possessive, but that's probably not the right word. But that's what people say from my experience. Like, I could have like a candle of La Virgen de Guadalupe like around her. It's not gonna be necessarily in her space, but it could be around her. Um, and other statues and stuff like that. I wonder if they have botanicas in Austin. Oh, I'm sure they do, because Austin is not really a Mexican town. Even though it's not really a Mexican town, I'm sure there's a witchy shop around there. I'm pretty sure you'll find something. Oh yeah, in Austin, in Texas, yeah, definitely. Look, I'm gonna type in botanica, right? Texas. Where I live, I actually wish there was more botanicas. I know there's like little like witchy shops and like crystal shops and stuff like that, but I would have to, I don't know, drive out like half an hour into like the next neighboring city to actually find another botanica. I haven't done that yet, but I feel like I may have to, because I go to my local botanica and they're closed. Like, what's happening? I miss you guys. Yes, okay. Let's see. Yeah, like there's many botanicas in Austin. So based on this Google search, excuse me, there's like Um, oh yeah, you'll be able to find places, and they're gonna be very spiritual people, and they mean business, and they'll be ready to educate. That is something that I'm thankful for the Botanica owner where I live, is she was super helpful from the very beginning. I remember I would do like my weekly shop, and I would just buy like minimum $100 worth of like candles. I used to offer candle spell services. So I used to do like new moon and full moon services, and then any personal custom, services, I would go buy products there. Excuse me. And she was so helpful. Sometimes I had questions and stuff like that. There would be times where I asked her a question if she could help me with something. She's like, "You can do it." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "You have the enough energy to do it." So she like give me like a prayer or like instructions. She's like, "Dude, just do this, this, and that," and boom. So that's how I learned to trust myself, that I would be able to set the intention and manifest things. Santa Muerte, Saint Death. Yes and no. And I say because I don't want to say there's different versions of her, but I've heard different stories. I've heard of San Muerte, I believe that's correct, and then Santa Muerte. Um, and they're different. I only have educated myself a little bit more regarding just Santa Muerte. Or what does it translate to in English? Sorry, my Spanish is muy poquito. It's fine. So yes, basically it translates. So Santa Muerte is Saint Death. But there are different. Mm, there are stories, folklore. My understanding is Santa Muerte is a folk saint. So the beliefs, the information is different depending on who you are speaking with. Some people say, I don't know much, I'll be honest. I feel like things used to be very traditional in a sense. And it's like whatever information was available, you stuck by that. I feel like people have learned so much on their own, and they've shared, especially with social media and content creation. Like there's so much more, there's so many things that you can kind of create your own story, if that makes sense. Tell us the stories. I don't know much, but for me in general, Santa Muerte represents a very high vibrational energy. This energy you cannot mess with. This energy you cannot insult. This energy you cannot pass by. I remember when I was picking up on the curiosity of wanting to learn more about her, I felt like I was getting signs, and I wasn't scared, but I was like, I wonder if this is related to Santa Muerte. I remember one night I couldn't go to sleep, and I was watching videos on YouTube about Santa Muerte. And at a distance, I could hear an owl. And I'm like, what the heck? So, where I used to live, my bed was like on that side. So I remember just kind of like looking up and peeking out. And where I lived at the time, there's no like nearby trees. All these big trees were at a distance, but I could hear an owl at the distance. I remember I went to go use my bathroom. I could still hear the owl. I'm like, that is crazy. And then I connected that the owl is associated with Santa Muerte. I remember, I believe it was like a little candle vessel that I had. So it was like a shape of a cauldron, but it was a candle. It was a shape of a cauldron. And I don't exactly remember how it happened. I think I still have a picture, but the way the wax melted on there, it gave me like the the visual of like a side view of Santa Muerte, because it looked kind of like a robe, like a cloak, and then it was like really rounded, as if she was holding like the world. So depending like what statue you see or you have, she could be holding the world. Um, an owl attacked my uncle. Yikes. and a white owl flew by me too. Did all that happen at the same time? I know some people associate owls with witches as well. That white owl was big. Honestly, I'd be scared if I saw an owl, like in person. I'd be like, "Oh my god!" I'd scream. I'd run. But like, when you see a video or pictures, they're beautiful. But yeah, they're big. What about a cloak? What do you mean by what about a cloak? It went into the trees. Yeah, I mean, that could be a sign as well, depending when that happened, or you just happen to see a tree. Excuse me, you happen to see an owl go into a tree. Something I do sometimes though is I'll Google like the meaning of something. Like, what's the spiritual meaning of seeing an owl? What is the spiritual meaning of seeing a hummingbird? I remember one of my previous lives as well. I was on a walk, I was by a river, and like I saw an owl. And then I remember I was walking, and then I saw like a statue or a wooden, like a carved thing. And it was like a eagle as well. And I'm like, dude, what does an eagle mean? I was just like Googling. I don't know if that helps. What crazy! I was just typing about a cloak when you just said it at the same time. Okay, because I was wondering exactly like what you meant. But yeah, like seeing stuff like that, like that candle wax, right? It looked like a cloak, like a robe, and again, it looked like a sphere. I have a picture somewhere. I just haven't posted it, and I'm just like, it reminds me of something. But this was before I even got into like, um, I guess, including her in my life. I remember when I would cleanse the statues and stuff, I would always set the intention that these statues are only to be, I think I used to word like inhabited. I don't know if that's the right word I used to use. Inhabited by the Santa Muerte, the high vibrational Santa Muerte. And again, losing train of thought, I can't. Maybe I need some water or something. I need caffeine, that's what I need. So I threw away my soda. I had leftover soda and I threw it away because I'm like, I'm not gonna drink it. I seen one in my apartment about 3 years ago. You too? So maybe that's a thing. I mean, obviously, people eventually in their lifetime see an owl or owls, but I feel right now, I'm thinking like maybe there's a reason why. Again, I tend to Google stuff. What is the meaning seeing 333 or, stuff like that? Let's see, it was a big white owl. It would always be on the billboard by my grandma's neighborhood. And one day I was in her backyard and it tried to maybe attack me, but I ducked down and it flew by me and went to the trees. That's crazy. Hang on. I'm picking up on something here. My spidey senses. Okay, this might sound weird, but I think it was being playful with you. The Page of Cups. See, this Page of Cups, it doesn't look threatening, right? It's kind of cute, right? Has a little buns, the little fishy in the cup. Their aesthetic, their vibe is quite youthful. I think it was playing with you, but maybe you were in their space. Like we have to remember they're animals. They have. I don't know. Are owls territorial? I'm about to Google that. I would assume they are. Are owls territorial? Because remember I was saying about Santa Muerte, right? That some people say that she can be quite protective. No, I'm talking about the clock. No, I'm talking about the clock shapeshifter. Sorry, maybe I'm not understanding what you're saying there. Okay, so yes, owls are generally territorial, meaning they defend a specific area Okay. Oh, pay attention. Defend a specific area or territory against other owls or potential threats, especially during the breeding season. Yeah, defensive, territorial. Yep, so that makes sense. See, it all connects, all aligns some way or another. Oh, you're talking about the cloak. Oh, it was a typo? Okay, you're talking about the cloak. What do you mean by shapeshifter, though? That's making me think. Like, is her cloak considered as her, like, shapeshifting? That kind of makes sense? I personally, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I've never seen Santa Muerte in person, and I say this respectfully. She's like, I sometimes pick up on her energy, especially when I talk about it. So one thing about Santa Muerte, she appreciates, she loves when people talk about her. She loves when her devotees, when her followers, her following, they talk about her, they venerate her, they share things about her. And when I have done readings or have gone live, and I think I have two videos that are public on my YouTube channel about Santa Muerte. I've always picked up her energy, but sometimes I feel like she laughs at me because she's like, "You're so, you're such a little chicken. Like, why are you scared?" But I personally have not seen her, and I have stated I respectfully do not want to see you. I don't know if that resonates with anyone, but I feel like I have definitely blocked an ability of mine from being able to see things because I don't want to be scared. I don't want to be startled because I've heard stories. Some people can't help it. Like their third eye is fully open, or they're just born with these abilities, or it develops over time and they see things. No, I don't want to. No, not me. You'll know. I don't want to see nothing. Is there any way I can show y'all a pic? Ooh, do you have a picture of like a figure or something? I mean, if you have me on like Instagram, if you have Instagram, you can follow me on there if you're not already. It's evolution.rising. Um, if you're not following me, follow me there and you can share it. I have my other phone so I can see what you're talking about. Thanks for sharing. It was very educational. What is she connected to? I don't want to assume. You're welcome. I enjoy talking about other topics, other things, you know. Most people just know me as a tarot reader, but that's why I always say just ask questions. Um, what is she connected to? It's okay to assume. It's just not okay to place judgment, right? You'll send it? Okay. But yeah, it's I used to assume as well, and I used to feel bad because I was like, oh my god, I was wrong, or I used to think this, I used to think that, but it's like you start to understand that, you know, she definitely doesn't tolerate disrespect. Um, and I think in general with other people's beliefs and like just in general their beliefs, like don't place harsh judgment because at the end of the day everyone started with not knowing, right? How are you going to educate yourself? How are you going to know or learn anything if you're choosing to place judgment? But there's nothing wrong with assuming. Like I've had so many people, including myself, assume things, and it's like, oh, it wasn't like that. But what is she connected to? Some people say that she's actually, um, I don't want to butcher it. I could be wrong, and honestly, I could just Google it right now. But she's like in, if it's the right word, like an underworld, like god, underworld. I think it's underworld. I'm pretty sure. Um, you know, but I haven't really done research regarding that because, excuse me, I have years back come across videos. Again, I've done research like on YouTube and stuff like that. And people just talk, and everyone has different ideas, beliefs, but I feel like if anything, it has revolutionized, whichever word, into something else. And a lot of devotees, there's a bunch of podcasts where they talk about Santa Muerte too and their experiences. And like it's all changed. Some people prefer to keep it traditional. So whatever she may be connected to. I mean, I could say she's connected to the moon as well. Because for me, Santa Muerte, and for many people, really see her kind of as like a motherly figure. I know for me at the time where, like what I mentioned earlier about the owl, during that time frame, I was really missing, needing motherly affection. I feel like I needed my mom at the time. And it was just a time where that was just impossible, even though, I could have communicated to her my feelings and stuff, but I feel like nothing really would have happened. So I felt like I got that love and that comfort from her. And that was before I even had a statue. That's before I even had an altar for her. I don't know, it's just doing my research, and I just felt like she was kind of like a mom. I don't know if that makes sense. From not knowing anything, I had a feeling that she either feather buries the dead or is a guardian and connection between the worlds. But I don't know. That's my intuition. You know what? If that is what you're picking up on, very much possibly. Again, a lot of people have their own beliefs. People grew up in, like, some people don't like to say it, but it's like the cult of La Santa Muerte. Some people, as they get older, they never would have thought that they'd be devoted to La Santa Muerte. So everyone's story is different. Therefore, I feel like her story can be different due to people's experiences. Just message me. Let me check this out. Let's see. Where's nothing popping up? I'm checking my message requests and nothing's popping up. Oh wait. Let me see. Oh wait. Nope, that's not it. That's weird because on this one I did get a notification, so I don't know why it's not popping up on this one. It's gonna take a second. Close the app. Let's see if it shows. I'm on Instagram. Yeah, it's literally like not showing me anything, which is weird. But still show us even if it. Let me see here. Oh, that's funny. You're hoping it's not. Yeah, me too. Let's hope it's not. Unfortunately, as a woman, I have had stuff like that sent to me. Um, Gross. No, thank you. Like I didn't ask to see that. Okay, I already subscribed to you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the answers. You're welcome. Have a good night slash morning. I'll catch your next stream, hopefully. Thank you so much. Thank you for following me. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I have made a goal to go live, and you're not a weirdo. I'm a bit of a weirdo. It's okay. No, as long as you're not a creeper. A weirdo's okay, but don't be a creep. I don't know why, but it's like I'm gonna force close the app again. But on this phone, it's not popping up. But I did get a notification earlier. That is so weird. And I don't want to exit out of the live. No, I'm not a man posing as a woman. I was just kidding. I didn't mean to offend anyone. It was a joke. No, you're good. But I've had them sent to. I don't know any woman who hasn't. Some men too. I've heard some stories as well. But you're fine. We're playful around here. But no, I'm the type of person that, like, if something happens, I'm gonna call you out. I used to be that type of person that used to, like, depending what would happen, but sometimes I would, like, take a screenshot, not of that, but like a message, and, like, if they're, like, hitting on me, let's say this was, like, years back, but if they're, like, hitting on me or being a creep, and I, like, look at their profile, their account, and especially if I see, like, they got a girlfriend or a wife, I'm like, you should be embarrassed. Like, you don't want me to send this to your wife, and then they block me. Or I take a screenshot and I, like, post it on my, like, IG story or my Facebook story and be like, look at this creep. People hated me. Money don't fold. Is that your username? Let's see. Literally, I'm going to, like, my message request. Nothing's popping up, but let me have no shame. Some really don't. But you know what? We're just gonna go there. Women as well, they could be like that. Um, I remember one time I, like, received a message from this chick, and she, like, complimented me. She was like, "Oh, you're so pretty, blah blah this and that." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And then, she was kind of, like, trying to have conversations. I was like, "Okay, whatever," And then next thing you know, she's like, "Have you ever been with a woman?" And I'm like, "What the?" I'm like, I was like, "No, thank you." I'm, like, turning red, bro. Ooh, oh. Oh my god, I'm, like, blushing on this live. Thirsty for real. No, and I was like, "Thank you, but I have a boyfriend," and, she's like, "Well, would you ever consider," or something like that. I was like, "No, thank you." She blocked me. I was like, "Girl, I don't know where the hell you came from, but girl, you just was, like, straight to the point," which I understand. Okay, she wasn't gonna waste her time. Okay, money don't fold. Okay, so dun, dun. So your account is private. So I'll follow you. Doesn't show that you followed me on here, at least. But okay, so what picture were you talking about? Give us details, because now we're waiting. You're good. I get it. No, for real. Like, you know, I feel so old. I'm like, man, those were some crazy times. Getting harassed online. That doesn't happen anymore. I keep to myself. I'll become more private. But yeah, no, I used to, like, post frequently on social media, especially when I had my small business. It's definitely not like that anymore, really. I don't know. I just become more reserved. I think really what it is, I have experienced the past year some crazy stuff, and I would say that perhaps one day I'll talk about it, but I just haven't posted about it. Some people believe and don't believe in certain things, um, but sometimes people try to mess with your energy, and some people think that they could get away with it, and sometimes you know, yeah. If maybe I'll go into details at a later time. I know what you mean, man. I remember when what is MMS came out. Oh my god, I feel like I should know what that means. Sorry if I don't. Ooh, did my live freeze on you guys? I'm checking on here. Oh, yay! I'm over 500 subscribers. Do my little dance. I'm at 502. Yay! That's so exciting. I'm so excited, you guys. I have 502 subscribers now. That's so crazy. At the end of last year, I remember just checking to see how many subscribers I had. And 502 might not seem a lot, of course, especially with like social media nowadays. Like people have thousands, tens of thousands of followers. But I remember just thinking, like, man, if I would have continued on YouTube, if I would have continued doing tarot readings, if I would just continued, where would I be now? I am subscribed to channels. Like back in the day, they had like a couple hundreds. They were probably in the early like 1,000, and now they're at like 38,000 subscribers. You see all this growth and progress. Of course, that comes in with like hard work and determination. But it was just thinking about it. I'm like, okay, like let's go for 500. So now it's go for 1,000. So I'm so excited. Thank you for those that subscribed. Thank you for those that have been subscribed. And once this live is posted, as well, anyone who sees this video and reaches to this point, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Okay, so I see the picture. So I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing. Okay, I see like you drew arrows, like the red arrows. MMS is mixed media messaging, so like pictures. I'm showing my age a lot. I'm in my 30s and it's always okay. So I was assuming that's what you're talking. Now I understand what you were saying. You don't want to assume, but I was assuming that's what you meant. What is it? It's not. You would recognize that. That's hilarious. Give me a second. So zoom in. You're not like messing with me, are you? It's just I'm over here like, oh wait, like it looks like a face. Is that what it is? Okay, so if you see the red arrows, you should see 3 red arrows. That's what I see. Start from the bottom red arrow. I mean, we're like, the bottom red will be pointing to a chin and a mouth structure. Okay, so that's what I was wondering, but the way it looks for me is like a side profile. But what does that look like to you? I'll show you in a second. So this is the picture. Is it alright if I share the picture? I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Sent me this picture. So there's the 3 arrows right here. So to me, side profile looks like a face. Like this is like the chin. The mid red arrow would be pointing to a nose and a middle structure of a face area. So for me, this is how it looks like. Sorry. So this is like a side profile. Mouth, nose, eyes, like eyebrow, forehead. Do you guys see that? That's how I see it. That's a little trippy. Sometimes, it could just be a piece of clothing. And you're just like, what is that? Like, why does it look like that? It's like that, I don't know if you guys have seen memes about it, but it's like when you have like a pile of clothes like on your bed, or there's just like something like you have a chair or something in your home and it like it's tripping you out because it looks like something and you're just like, oh, like it's just a chair. Or it's like, oh, it's just my clothes. No, that's trippy for sure. No, I do see a face, but it's reminding me of like, what would I call it? Like a statue? I don't want to say like what I'm saying might come across as something different. That happened in the daytime while you were braiding your friend's hair, and you locked your cat out of your room because your friend had all black clothes on and didn't want her to get any cat hair on her clothes. And that's when you noticed it. No, I see a face for sure. That's trippy. Okay. I'm legit blind in one eye, so I couldn't really make the pic out well over the live, but it's okay. Sorry. I'm not laughing at what you said. I'm laughing at the fact that that's understandable. So yeah, it's like it looks like a side profile. For me, this looks like the chin, the mouth, nose, eyes. Is reminds me of kind of like a side profile, like I don't know, like old, if it's the right word term. Apologies if it's not, but like indigenous, like paintings or like statue structures, like the side profile. I don't know how to explain it. Um, I just realized it's after 5 a.m. I'll pop in again sometime when you're on. Maybe you can tell me more again. Have a good night. Good night. Good morning. You see it? Ninja Turtle is like a Ninja Turtle. Yeah. Well, good morning and good night. Yeah, get some rest. It was past 2 o'clock where I'm at. Let's see. No, I didn't notice it right away. I felt a energy after I got done doing my friend's hair. I felt a strong energy as if something was staring into my soul, and when I seen it instantly, I jumped. Um, that's trippy as well. No, sometimes like you'll come across things and you're just like, what is that? What is going on? That's why, like, as I said earlier, I was like, there are times where, well, I didn't mention this part, but like I have sense, like a presence. I'm like, nope. I'll literally affirm, I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. I don't feel nothing. I don't know nothing. I have literally said that out loud when I feel freaked out. I was like by myself. I have had like things like next to me like roll or like fall off. And I'm like, nope. I was like, I don't see nothing. So I feel like I've blocked that away from like from myself. So I feel like that's an ability that I haven't opened up or developed. And again, here's a reference. It made me think of the movie Constantine. Have you seen that movie? That's like one of my favorite movies. But in that movie, there is a police officer, and she has a twin, and they have like psychic abilities, let's say. They're empaths. And one of them chose at a young age to um, no longer be able to see things because her sibling was able to see like demons or something like that. So the other sister, in order to not seem crazy, was like, I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about, type of thing. So it's kind of like, I don't know if it's the right word, but like psyching yourself out of something. I feel like I've experienced that. I've done that. You choose ignorance out loud. I don't blame you. Oh, yes, I've seen the movie. I remember when it came out. I love that movie. And there's been talks about the second one being filmed, and I hope so. And I hope it's good. I hope it's still kind of the same vibe as the first one. I don't know. I remember there was like a picture circulating around. People were like, "Oh, sorry, I'm like trying to multitask." But they're like, "Yeah, they're filming. Keanu Reeves is, I don't know, on top of my house. They're filming Constantine, but I don't know if that was true." Let's see if I can find that picture. Nah, I have to really look for it. Let's see. Constantine 2. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I think there really is a. Is it really coming out? Warner Bros, huh? Is the first one also Warner Bros? I don't know. That's a whole nother. That's me really getting into like details. They only show 4 cast members. I don't know if that's legit. I don't know, but it'd be cool if they had a second one. I guess Constantine 2 is coming out soon. I can't wait. Like, it's one of my favorite movies. I love it so much. Um, and that was before I even got into like my path of spirituality, let's say. But now that I know a little bit more, I'm like, okay, that's cool. What's interesting is like when I listen to like podcasts, I know recently um I was listening to a podcast and they mentioned a specific demon, and it's the one that they refer to in Constantine. So I was like, oh snap, that sounds familiar. I was like, oh, it's from Constantine. It's from Constantine, right? So it's like movies as well. That's a whole nother thing and a whole nother topic. But like movies and shows, they also like talk about stuff, and everyone's like, oh, this is all made up. It's like, nah, not everything made up. Yeah, me too. But I hate scary movies. Watch this show called Dominion. It was good. What is Dominion on? Probably could find it anyways. Um, no, I don't like scary movies either. No, I don't like it. I'll watch a scary movie once in a while. But it's not like, oh, I want to, unless it's like around Halloween time, excuse me, Halloween season, then I'm down. Because then other people are down. They're like, oh my god, let's watch this and that. And then last Halloween season, I watched like all the Scream movies. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I could dedicate myself during that time was watch all the Scream movies. Um, I did show the photo. Yes, I did. So it's on the live. It's about fallen angels and demons, kind of the same premise as Constantine. It's not scary. Ooh, I'll have to check it out. Not me low key wanting to watch a movie right now. I should be asleep, just like you should be asleep. It's 5 in the morning where you're at. Nah, it's okay. I don't mind it. This is good. I love interaction like this. This is stuff that I used to do when I used to go live on my Instagram. I just do readings. But I like talking about other stuff too. The hell. Da-da. Dominion show, you said it is. Said it was. Oh, there's 2 seasons. I could definitely find the show. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I don't think I have plans for tomorrow or later today. I don't know. Plans are always changing, so maybe I'll check it out. What about The Conjuring? I have seen, isn't there like 2, 3 movies? I think, I know for sure there's 2. I know I saw those. I don't know, there's more. Is there only 2? Oh snap, wait, there's 4? I am behind. I have only seen, I think, the first 2. Yeah, those were yeah, they're spooky. It's hard to make out. But yeah, I did show the picture. I showed it like 2, 3 times, and yeah, it does look like a face. I did read your message. I would have been scared, startled as well, because you were focused on what you were doing, and then you just like look over, you're like, oh my god, what is that? So it's like, it happens. Sometimes you see something and you're like, oh my god, what is that? You're like, "Oh," and especially as a kid, you're over here like, you think you see stuff. You know what? Sometimes you might be seeing stuff. I remember my younger sibling when she was smaller. We shared our bedroom, and at that time I had a queen size bed, so she would sleep in the bed with me, and she would always point at the corner, like the bedroom door would be shut, so in like that corner she would say that she saw something there. But me being my teenage self and being the older sister, I'd be like, dude, go to sleep, be quiet, like go to sleep. Because I was like the mom, I had to like put this kid to sleep, because she had to get used to sleeping with me because she used to sleep with my parents. But as an adult now, I would have been like, oh my god. I'll be like, I bet you see something. I was like, let's get some holy water. Let's start praying right now. Or to turn on the lights. I was like, let's do something. Let's clear it out. That's me now. Back then, I was like, just go to sleep. But sometimes you see stuff. The Conjuring, just scary ones. There's supposed to be another show like Constantine called Apparitions, but I haven't watched it. Ooh, sounds interesting. Um, you have no children. Your son passed away. I'm so sorry to hear that. Sending lots of hugs and love towards your way. Do you guys want to do like a yes or no question before we all go memes, before we all go to sleep? I'm actually glad I didn't go live on TikTok because it was so overwhelming when I did that last night. I don't like to spill people. I don't like. Let me rephrase that. I don't like to spill people's business out there, but people have some serious questions, and it's like, you know what? They trust in intuitive people, and that's great. But sometimes it's like, ma'am, sir, you already know the answer to these things. But TikTok could be so overwhelming. YouTube is more chill. I don't know how I'm showing up on your guys' phone device screen, but I like the way I look on this one. So YouTube, I like what you're doing here. Just you and your cat. Cats are nice. What kind of cat? I have kitty cats too. My oldest, she's like a year and a half old now. She's my teenager. She's just walking around here with her tail and shit, with her attitude. And then we have another kitty cat. He's 4 months old. No, yeah, I think he's like 4 months old. He's my toddler, but I love it. I don't want no, I don't want no other kiddos right now. So my kitty cats are my other kids. No worries. Yeah, hopefully I have time and in the mood to watch movies because I'm totally down. Thank you, I appreciate it. Her name is Sweetie. Thank you so much for joining the live and subscribing and for the hearts. I appreciate it. And the interaction. It was a vibe. 222 on the time. Okay, collaborations, partnership. She's a, I don't know how to pronounce that. Calico? I'm Googling it. I Google everything. 222. Oh, so now you're deciding not to show me anything? Her name is Sweetie. Is she actually sweet? So one of my cats, what is this? Oh, one of my cats is called Astro. So we originally thought, thank you, I appreciate that. So Astro, when we first got him, we thought he was a girl. He's so cute. But we thought he was a girl. So one of my kiddos was like, let's name her Nebula. I was like, okay, we'll go with it, So it's Nebula, and then we're like, no, it's actually a boy. They start to develop more. So my kid was like, let's name him Astro. And I was like, Astro? I was like, no, I like Nebula. So it's Astro. And he's like a toddler to me. He's just curious and a troublemaker. And it's all up in everyone's things and business and scratching everything and scratching me. Oh, scratching me. So sometimes, like when he gets the zoomies, I call him Asteroid. He's super cute. So I call him Asteroid, and then sometimes I call him Astrology for some reason, but his name is Astro. My phone is not doing what it needs to be doing. What's going on here? Maybe this one. But I have a tuxedo cat. That's our first kitty cat. Her name is Onyx. I remember saying like, I would never have cats. You think I'm gonna have a cat? Never. Okay, never in my life will I have a cat. Next thing you know, I have a cat, and then like a year later, now we have two cats. And I love my kitty cats, especially Astro. He's my baby right now. I don't know if you've heard of people saying that your fur babies are like your babies. Happy Sunday. Hello, happy Sunday. Good morning. We're here just talking, vibing. We were doing some intuitive messages, intuitive readings. We're doing tarot readings and stuff. So now we're just kind of, right now we're talking about our kitty cats. Kitty cats. But yeah, it's like, your fur babies in a sense are like your kiddos. I never understood that. I was like, how is your cat gonna be like your kid? I understand it now. And it's like there's so many similarities, especially if you already are a parent. But they say like in the spiritual aspect, it's in a form your children coming through. So as of right now, yes, you can ask a question. Go ahead and type in the chat. And please make sure you are subscribed if you aren't already. I will be posting a tarot reading giveaway soon, so keep an eye on that. I finally reached my 500 subscriber count. my little victory dance. But yeah, like I don't want any children right now. I have my own as is, and it's a lot to deal with. So, plus two cats on top of that. Those cats are my children. I am their mother. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so my phone is finally working here. Oh my god, look, that cat is so cute. Oh, like these ones. I hope you can see that. Look at the colors. Sorry if you can't see that. I actually don't know what type of cat I have. My second one. Let me see if I can find a picture. But no, Astro is super cute. Um, when I first saw a picture of him, he reminded me of Daniel Tiger. If you know who Daniel Tiger is, the character. Um, so when he was smaller, I used to like sing a song. I used to sing the Daniel Tiger song to him. This cat's like, I don't even know who you are, human. What are you doing? Leave me alone. But oh my god, do they love to wrestle. Every morning they climb onto my bed and start fighting. And I'm like, I just fixed the pillows. Get out. Trying to see if I can find a quick picture of Astro, but here, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Hopefully it's not too bright. Can you see it? So this is Astro and Onyx. This was before they broke her pearl necklace. I was trying to make her more classy because she's up. And that's Astro right there. I was like, yeah, I bet y'all mad comfy on my bed right now. I was over here trying to clean and just look over, I bet. My cats are beautiful. Thank you. They're gorgeous, but there's something else, I swear. I'm telling you, Onyx is the teenager right now, and Astro's the toddler because she used to be super feisty. I felt like she would bully me all the time. And it's like when no one's home, I'm being bullied by this cat. They didn't believe me until they started noticing that this cat would like scratch me and bite me. I'm like, I'm not even doing anything to you. I just want to love you, love me back. But then once we got Astro, Onyx changed. Onyx became obviously there's like that time period, where they have to get used to each other. She was really rough, but she was really rough, but she learned to, be chill. So now Astro like tires her out, so she's like a whole different person. She's that older sibling for sure. She's like, I'm tired of your. She gets tired of his BS, and I don't blame her. Although I'm sorry, Onyx, but at least it's you, and it's not me dealing with Astro right now. Okay, let's see. Going back to your question. Let's see. You want to know who are the people on your social media platform, Instagram, slandering you so your career won't be successful. You're wondering who it is. Are you do you have like a small business? Are you mainly doing like just like content creation? Since you're wondering like who these people are. Like do you feel like are you experiencing like fake accounts, scam accounts, just talking negatively about what it is that you have going on, what you're doing? We have so much in common. I agree. They're for kids. I've always been a fog person and a horse. Now I live on Benadryl. I'm a music artist. I have my own independent label. Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't getting anything like physical, like a business. That's why I asked. So in general, let's be real. You in general, you will have haters. You will have people talking smack about you because in general, artists always get negativity, especially if you are more of like a less known, less popular artist. Um, music, painting, any creative aspect of what anyone would consider art, people are gonna make fun of you. There's gonna be haters. I get hate. I've used to, especially back then, but I've always gotten hate just for the fact that I shuffle cards and I talk to people. To me, this is art as well. I love tarot. That's why my channel is called Intuitive Love Tarot, because I love tarot and I'm intuitive. Facts, exactly. But yeah, just you being a music artist and you have your own independent label, of course you're gonna get even more hate. You're doing your own thing. You're the emperor, right? You're the businessman, businesswoman, the business person. You're independent. You're creative. You have the confidence, the courage to put yourself out there, to put your work out there. Of course, people are gonna be talking smack. It's just very difficult. Two of Pentacles. So you're doing the damn thing. You're focused on your creativity. Is the live lagging? Did it freeze on you guys? I just checked on my phone and I couldn't. Nothing was moving. I wasn't moving. Please let me know in the chat. Is the live doing okay? It's not lagging? No? Okay. I think it's just my phone. Okay, yeah. Below the Two of Pentacles, Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So this could be that person. Connection is good. Awesome. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, this person or these people could be earth signs. You could be a earth sign or have earth placements. But in general, this has to do with your resources, materials, your money, right? Your resources, what you're producing, what you're growing, what you're presenting. So even if you don't know exactly, you might have an idea who it could be, but I feel like you just don't know who these people are. I see that it is affecting you a lot. Have the Four of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It can be, will it affect your career? I feel it's understandable, right? You're getting perhaps hate, you're getting negative comments or messages, and it's like, why is this happening? Like, why are people being so negative? Why am I drawing this energy? And it's understandable. You could be like really thinking about it, and it's like making you feel low, like it's lowering your energy. But it's because people see you in this energy, right? You're balancing things out. You're working, you're tapping into your creativeness, if that's even the right word, creativeness. You're a music artist. You're always, I can't find the words, continuously finding ways to process what you're feeling through your art, through your music. And some people have a hard time understanding that. Does that make sense to you? The Eight of Cups. There might be moments where you're like, is this what I should be doing? Is this what I want to continue dealing with? I think I'm done with this. I no longer want to do this. The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups represents through disappointment, leaving something behind. All these investments, right? Offers perhaps were presented to you or you're holding on to. You're thinking about it. But it's like needing to move forward to create something new for yourself and to start a new cycle. So there might be times, or currently are, in a moment where you feel or you think like, I need something different, I need something new. I feel like if this continues, like all this hate, you may feel like you might want to do something different or try things differently, or like, this is it, like I don't want to do this anymore. So will it affect your career? So as I was shuffling, this was, I like to show upright. It was like in here. So I just like saw the blue, so I just picked it out. So Three of Cups represents social energy, social environment. It's celebration, it's friends, it's connection, it's celebration. So I don't see it affecting your career, all this hate, unless you let it affect you. If you feel like everything you've been working on balancing, trying to create this stability, this success for yourself, if you don't rest, if you don't sleep, if you don't prioritize self-care, I don't know if you're sick right now, you may be sick, or you were dealing with some sort of like illness, be mindful of that. But like all this negative energy, you need to clear it out. Because when you clear it out, you're leaving all that behind, right? This can also be things, again, investments, so things you've invested in. I see it like really affecting you. You don't want this energy to progress, okay? So we have the Four of Swords. Once we reach Five of Swords, Six of Swords, even like the Eight of Swords, even the Nine of Swords, when people reach that point, you're like at the like anxiety, high anxiety, depression, loss. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared. I have fear of like doing anything because I don't know what I'm doing. Does that make sense to you? I don't see you getting there. So I feel like you will make the decision to be like, all right, I'm going to process what's happening, all this hate, these people talking smack. Just understand they're just haters. Like, of course, they're going to hate on someone who has success and people are vibing to your music or enjoying your art and like people are celebrating you. Of course, they're going to be jealous of that. You're presentable, right? You're creating the stability, the success, right? You're in the process of balancing things out, working things out. So I can't tell you necessarily who it is. I feel like you might have an idea, but I feel like it's just all through social media. Sick like cold or flu, you mean? It could be either one. It could be depression. It can be just a fact that you're fatigued, you're tired, so just keep that in mind, because sometimes when, or even like burnout, like you're doing so much, you're trying to balance all these things, and then next thing you know, you're like, I am about to crash out, I'm done, like I need to rest, I need to sleep. So that could be it as well. Does it make sense? That's awesome. But yeah, just try to stay as positive as you can, because I once, when I used to have my small business, my online shop, I had a fake account steal my videos, my tarot reading videos that I posted, my content, my posts, following my followers, messaging them like, do you want a tarot reading and stuff like that? And people started unfollowing me because they thought that I was, trying to get them basically. And it kind of did affect a lot at that time, my business. So people will find ways to try to destroy you, but the best thing you can do is just stand up for yourself and release it and understand that you are okay. You're welcome. Thank you. Hi, what does A think/feel about me? Also give me career guidance, please. It would be helpful. No weapon form shall prosper. Okay, I love it. Okay, listen. I love that you said that, because I was literally thinking of like an affirmation, like a prayer, right? Saying something so it doesn't, so those, like that negative energy doesn't affect you. I love it. You're good. You know, you know how to protect yourself, right? You could literally physically know how to protect yourself if that resonates with you. But yes, just knowing and affirming, right? No weapon formed shall prosper. You're good. You're good. What'd you put right there? Game over. I love it. It just don't, it's not going to affect your career. It will only affect your career. You're very much welcome. It will affect your career if you let it. I don't think you will. Because you understand that, like, bro, y'all hating for what reason? Because you're jealous. Maldeo y volai. Okay, so your username says nerd. Are you still on this live? If you are, let me know in the chat. It would help if you know their like sun sign, their zodiac sign, and what's your sun sign, zodiac sign. Yes, okay. So you want to know how they think and feel about you? Ooh, I'm gonna use these cards. Wow, you guys, I've been on this live for like 2 hours. That's crazy. I love it. You're a Saggy? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. It helps to tap into the intuition a little bit more. I'm rearranging my cards here. The heck did I do that these are all like messed up? I like my cards upright. I rarely take reversals. I don't like to read that way, but some people do. Let me know if the audio is still okay, because sometimes I have issues with this mic. Okay. Sagittarius. That's fine? Okay, thank you for letting me know. That's helpful. Okay. How do you think or feel about you, Sagittarius? Okay. So this card, again, I fix my cards to face all, well, not all of them. Ooh, I'll take that one too. I'll take this one. And the one that just popped up, that one. See? They should all be facing down. So those two are facing up, so I'll take those. Says, I try to run from this connection, but my soul craves you. No one else makes me feel the way you do, but I'll take it to the grave before I tell you. Are you guys not talking right now? Is that why you're wondering if if they're thinking about you, how they feel about you? Yeah, there's no like communication. Yeah, you're not. Okay. So yeah, so the 5 of Pentacles, this is in the sense being left out in the cold, as most of your readers would say. But this is like emotional. It's all temporary. That's the reminder here for the 5 of Pentacles. It's all temporary. So regarding the emotions, there's like this detachment. There's no interaction. There's no support. There's no help here. You feel like you are going through this issue of wondering, like, are they thinking about me? Are they, do they want to be with me? 10 of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You feel like you've really been pushing towards this connection, if that makes sense. Like this connection, you've done so much. You've made the effort. You've been pursuing them. You've reached out to them. You presented communication. Maybe you gave them like a gift or something to kind of help. It's like a form of like love language, right? True that. So like for me, for example, I'm also a Sagittarius, and my part of my love language is like giving, right? Giving and supporting the best way that I can. You didn't put in the effort. So I definitely do feel like that's you, and it's just a reminder. It's like, look at her posture. Like, girl, why is you holding all of those wands with them flats on? Like, just let go. She reminds me of the Fool card. Let me look. And at the bottom is the Ace of Pentacles, so a new beginning. Learning to let go, and everything that you give, you will receive back, if that resonates with you. So let me see here. I want to show. Have you seen this tarot deck? This is the Modern Witch Tarot. I'm asking because most subscribers, they do readings. You're welcome. Let me look for that Fool card. I want to show you. I think it's the same individual. Yes, you have. Okay, yeah, like the 10 of Wands, like what she's wearing looks like the girl in the Fool card, right? So just letting go. Letting go, right? And it's tough. It's understandable. It's hard. But by letting go, you're going to physically feel better. Your energy's going to pick up, right? You may receive communication. You may have to wait, but you have to let go of the situation. Okay, so not the same outfit. I don't know why I was thinking that. Is there another character here? Character that has the same like outfit vibe. I swear. I don't know. So no. So this is the one I was thinking about. Completely different outfit aesthetic. But I don't know why it made me think of the full card. Right? It's different. Maybe are you blonde or do you have like shoulder uh above the shoulder length hair? Or do you like wearing colors, florals? Or if you have like a fashion color hair, if that resonates. So this is the one I was thinking about, right? So letting go tends represents like an end of a cycle. Letting go, you're gonna feel more comfortable, more better. Look at their posture, right? Look at such the difference. I feel like letting go of this situation, you're gonna feel so much better. But this is the card, right, that we originally got. Short hair. Short hair. Yes. Yes to what? You do have short hair or short hair, blonde hair, fashion colored hair. See, that's why I like to pay attention to like the art of these cards. I could do readings and I don't even need oracle or tarot cards. I don't. But I do like to use them and I like to point out these things because sometimes it's like certain things you don't realize. Yes to the no letting go thing. These energies are so different. Now rearranged like this, it makes more sense. Can you also pull out cards for my career? Yes, I can. But does this make sense to you? I feel like it does, but you're kind of like, yeah, but uh, that's also a sad thing too. You're like, yeah, okay, but like I hear you. I'm still gonna do what I want to do. You're welcome. Let me scroll back up. So you're wanting to know about your career. Did you? Let me see. It's not popping up. Did you delete those messages? If you guys post in the chat, I mean no, it's a glitch. Okay, because it's not popping up for me, so hopefully they're not being deleted. Because sometimes I do need to go back. Ooh, not today. These cards were about to fall on the ground. I've been saying all night long, this whole time that I've been on live. The readings I did last night, so I was live on YouTube and TikTok, and the cards just kept falling all over the ground. At that time, I felt like whatever messages were coming through, not all of them were meant to be shared at that time. But in this case, I caught these. So we have the Moon card, Pisces, Cancer energy, and then the Empress, Taurus energy as well. Okay, this is you trusting in yourself, focused on yourself, your growth, your self empowerment. You are considered a beautiful person. I feel like you know that. You do tap into your self love. The Empress is a confident, very beautiful individual. There's so much potential and growth there. And with the Moon card, others people see that, right? It's a sense of abundance here. So you could be a very abundant person. You strive for success and prosperity. People are drawn to you. They're drawn to your energy, your light. You could be intuitive, sensitive. People are drawn to that, even though at times you may not feel like it. But regarding career, be mindful because there are people, a person, energies right there. They're keeping an eye on you. So this card is a reminder to tap into the aspects of yourself that you may not share with others. There's something there. Maybe you're an empath, or you have abilities or skills or talents that most people don't know that you just keep to yourself. So that could help open your energy and boost your energy, and it could help you in your career since you're saying that you feel stuck right now. But during that time or that time frame in that moment, be mindful of the people around you. Yeah, that entrepreneurial drive. I love that. And I sense it, I see it, and people see it too. Protect your energy, doing some sort of protection work or even cleansing, because water is shown here, can help you. Or work with the moon cycles if you don't already. You want to start your business. And I see that with the Empress. Hell yeah, as you should. The Empress is independent. It's like that boss feminine energy, and I love it. But once again, you need to start protecting your energy. Be mindful of the things you're sharing to other people. If you're like, oh, I want to start my new business, or I have an idea, I want to do this and that, I'm going to purchase this for that. Be mindful of who you're sharing that with, because not everyone's going to be happy for you. Not everyone's going to support you or root for you. You would think that your friends, your family, even your colleagues are going to support you. They're not. Not everyone's going to share a post that you put on social media. Not everyone is going to watch your videos that you create. Not everyone is going to share, um, I don't know, a flyer. They're not. Your supporters, your most supportive people are going to be strangers. And it's just the truth. It's getting difficult for me to start. I don't know why, because I don't know what's stopping me. Yep, you have to be careful and mindful. If I feel like you need to work with the moon cycles. I feel like there's something there that would help. So we are going towards the full moon in Sagittarius in 2 days. So perhaps writing, setting your intention will help, since we are in the waxing gibbous moon phase. So it's like building momentum, right? Building on what it is that you're trying to manifest. Because people tell me that your reading is resonating a lot. Thank you for letting me know. You have to be very, very mindful of the things you share with other people. That Hierophant. I don't know if you're a spiritual person. I don't know your spiritual beliefs, or if you pray, go to church. But I feel like you are naturally quite intuitive. Maybe not towards others, if that makes sense, but to yourself. Like every choice, or when you're around people, you know what's best for you, if that makes sense. So I feel like there's people or an energy, someone that is like waiting on your downfall, because they're like jealous, or they don't want to. Sometimes it's the truth. People just don't want you to do better. And that can also affect the progress in your intentions. Sorry. Let's see. It's like my soul is asking me 24/7 to start that business. And I totally understand that. This is your spiritual self. This is your higher self. This is what you believe in, right? This is your spiritual beliefs. This is considered like a spiritual leader. It's considered more like a conservative, reserved energy, traditional, if that resonates with you. But Taurus, I mentioned Taurus energy, so you might have Taurus placements. But I feel like you're such like an intuitive spiritual person, even if others may not think so. I don't know. There's just something there. Maybe you don't share that aspect about yourself with other people. You are able to manifest whatever it is you want. It's just if it's hard, you might need to do some sort of like cleansing, which I mentioned, or like road opening work, because that can help. Hey, can I get one? Thank you so much. Pretty pink. Thank you, of course. As well as a reminder, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be posting my free tarot reading giveaway soon, since I've reached my 500 subscriber count. Thank you very much. Ooh, welcome. Oh, I didn't want to drop the card. Thank you for subscribing. It's the Wheel of Fortune, so it's a cycle. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and like Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. Those are the signs shown on that card. So the Wheel of Fortune, it could represent a cycle, destiny. It's the universe working in your favor. And sometimes, yeah, I hate, ha ha ha, I don't even have the energy. I would have been laughing literally too, because I just don't want to get up. I'm on my bed. I'm already comfy. I'm not about to go get that card. It's just a reminder, it's just part of life, the ups and downs, but it's a cycle. I feel like doing some sort of cleansing or road opening work is going to help, especially with this full moon coming up. You might get that extra boost or inspiration or breakthrough since you are a Sagittarius. I feel like it's going to help you a lot. And it's just part of the process and path of being an entrepreneur. It's like the ups and downs. I remember seeing like a picture of saying like the reality of being an entrepreneur is like you start like right here, and then it's like the small little increase of like growth, and then it shoots down and goes back up. Highs and lows, right? So it's just a reminder, take it day by day and do little things that will help. To start this journey. Like, why not? Your cards were really positive. The only negative thing was like that negative energy. Clear that out, right? Clear it out. So yeah, cleansing, road opening work, and protection too. I feel like you already know how to protect your energy. Yeah, yep, you know what I'm talking about. Annabelle, where am I from? I am in the PNW. Annabelle, are you still on the live? I remember the other day I went live and someone's like, "You look very familiar." Like, first of all, I don't even know who you are, but okay. They're like, "Are you from Texas or Cali?" I'm like, "No." Annabelle, what's your question? Do you have a question? Do you want like a general reading? Thank you so much. Loved your reading, and you're a great person. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for you guys' feedback. Thank you for your interaction. It's been fun. It has been. So I'm gonna try going live in the morning again. I don't know when. I said that earlier today. I was like, I don't know when the next time I'll go live, and then here I am. General? Okay. Well, this is fun. I like doing this. As well, I am open to doing personal readings as well. So you guys can follow and message me on social media. If you guys have Instagram, you can follow me on there. It is evolution.rising. You're welcome. Evolution.rising. Or if you guys want to email me, it is intuitivelovedaily@gmail.com. And as you guys know, I talk a lot. So, I'm going to be talking a lot in that reading. Okay, general message for Annabelle. And my phone is at a low percentage, so if my phone dies, I am so sorry. I had to end my live last night on TikTok because, yeah, low battery. I felt a little bad, not gonna lie. I was so tired, but I felt bad last night because I had like so many more questions. I was like, all of you guys are waiting for me to like answer, and I'm like, I'm not taking my time. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, general energy. So as a reminder for everyone, I like to like teach. I feel like most people already know what the meanings are in the cards, but I like to teach. That's like when I started doing readings, excuse me, learning more about tarot, the readers I used to watch, they would describe to you like the meanings of the cards. So I feel like maybe, excuse me, you are a tarot reading, tarot reader. Jeez, let me say, who's that? Maybe you're a tarot reader. You like learning. I know I listen to tarot readings because I also learn. Like sometimes people will point out certain things about a card or an attribute of the Queen of Pentacles, for example. I'm like, oh, I never thought about it that way. Um, you have no clue. God bless you all. May you be blessed. Amen. Thank you for that. Likewise. Okay, so the queens are independent energies. All of the queens in the tarot deck have gone through so much. They've gone through so much in their own experiences in their own life, and that's why they are the queens of this energy, let's call it, right? So the Queen of Pentacles is nurturing. This Queen of Pentacles is quite reserved and she's abundant. And it's just a reminder to self is like, what are you trying to grow in your life? What are you trying to manifest? What are your intentions? Whatever it is, make sure it's for yourself. Of course, you want good things for other people, you want the best for other people, but it's important to nurture yourself. So, a thing that I mentioned earlier is the importance of like self care and self love. The Queen of Pentacles is love. Hello, hello. Queen of Pentacles very abundant. So you're focused on your finances, your career, saving money. Perhaps you're thinking about splurging on something for yourself because she's dressed very nicely. She has this dress, she has her crown, but she's looking down. She's holding her pentacle right here, but she's looking down. She doesn't look happy. So there might be something there regarding that, like maybe an idea or a goal that you want to manifest, but maybe it's not time. But you are quite secure and abundant. And I think that's a beautiful energy to have. That's right. Okay, so it resonates. That's good. Tanisha, can you get a reading as well? Thank you. I appreciate that. Reminder as well, please make sure you guys are subscribed if you aren't already. Tanisha, what is your sun sign, zodiac sign? Yes, I will try to get to you. Once again, I have a low percentage on my phone, so in case my phone dies, I'm so sorry. So you didn't ask a question, Tanisha, so I'll just do like a whatever pops up, I'll just let you know. Ooh, okay, the world card. Okay, what's up with all the Wheel of Fortune, and then now we have the world, and like I love this energy. I feel like leading up to the full moon, you guys are tapping into your inspirations, your creativity, your ideas, your motivation, you're determined, your goals. Again, inspired. I love it. And I feel like that's you right now with the world card. So we have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. Okay, this could represent attainment and ending, um, physical wellness. You're looking good, you're feeling good. It's like all is well in your world. That is an affirmation that we all need to start saying, especially you, Tanisha, if you're still here on the live. Yes? Okay. So thank you for subscribing. So all is well in my world. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. That's literally it. All is well in your world. You're a Taurus. Okay, thank you. Tauruses are one of a kind. I like Tauruses, but I feel like maybe some Tauruses don't like me. Tauruses are hardworking. You guys like nice things. You guys like self care things. And I think that's so important. And I love that. So you may be taking care of your body more, maybe investing into like your skincare or like wellness, like something here, maybe working out. But there's something here about like taking care of your body more, or maybe that is something that you do. If you don't, you definitely should. Yes, I'm starting from today. So I feel like that's very important and that's going to help you to feel better. Therefore, it helps to raise your vibration and you start to attract more positive things. The World card, that is a dope card to get. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. Hital. General reading. I'm also in a relationship. I really want to get a love reading. Love reading, excuse me. The world is, like I said, all is well